Okay. Random Thoughts, Episode 2. Hello, and welcome back to those that have been here before. And nice to meet you to those that have never been here. My name is Dara. Some call me the Smile Army Queen. Ultimately, it's just my goal to help people smile on days that they can't and feel comfort on days that they feel lonely. Um, These are my 15-minute random thoughts. This is episode 2. We're going to talk about a topic very near and dear to my heart at the moment: moving. Gosh, is that stressful? Holy cannoli pants. Um, First of all, the market is very volatile right now. So there's no real knowing, can you get the X amount, or do you go in low and hope to go high? Do you go in high because you can't? Like, it's a very touchy back, forth, left, right. Which one is right? Which one is wrong? And you can poll 100 people and you'll get 50 saying one and 50 saying the other. So there's no real way to know at this point. And ultimately, at the end of the day, not a single person in the world knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So how on earth am I supposed to, right? But it's not only how do we sell the house, but it's okay, well, where do we go? And those who've been along for the ride know, we're struggling. We know we want to go to the South. Um, we know that we want to leave New York. Nobody blames us. But then it's okay, well, what can we afford? What is it? Do we want the house and not the land? Do we want the land and not the house? Where's the priority? Is it who we're close to? Is it what we're close to? How far are we from hospitals? We know health is an issue for me. How far are we from Ulta? Just saying. I always need to know how many minutes I am from any given Ulta, really at any given time. So, this is, so then what's the right state? Where are the politics going to be? What are the mandates? They're changing by the second at this point. It's not even by the minute. So now it's not only how do we want to leave, but where are we going? So we know that we narrowed this down to Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee. We have found land in South Carolina, not so much house. We have found house and land in Georgia, in some cases, very remote, in some cases, not remote, but also not within a price range we really wanted to be in. Can do it, but don't want to. Florida, same thing. Not as much on the big lots, so to speak, but the houses are there. So then it's, well, how much do you want to spend for the house if your neighbor's right here? We're also incredibly blessed and spoiled, unfortunately. So it's kind of a catch-22, because this land, we don't even see our neighbors. We don't hear our neighbors. We have complete and utter privacy at all angles of the house. Our driveway is like almost a quarter mile. So we have true privacy from anything around us. But there's benefits to that, and there's major benefits to that. There's also downsides to that. So I try to convince myself, well, then do we want to live in more of like a neighborhood environment where you get to know the neighbors, you become friends with them, your kids play together? Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want. I've never been good at that. I've never been good at putting down roots ever since I was young. I've never been good at meeting the neighbors, if you will. And even when I do meet the neighbors, and they're wonderful, by the way, I have some of the most amazing neighbors, and they're so sweet, and I love them so much. And I still don't hang out with them. I am horrible about making plans with people. I am horrible about going to parties. I am horrible about socializing, um, specifically with people who live near me. And I think it's like this fear that if I put down the roots, then we're going to move almost immediately, and then I'm going to miss them. And I don't want to miss people. I want it to be easier to move. So we can get into the whole psychological of that, but that's fine. I think we all know where I'm going. We're good. We figured it out. Everything's fine. Random Thoughts by Dara. Oh, that should be my intro song. I should record that. Random Thoughts by Dara. That wasn't on key. At least I don't think it was. I'm tone deaf, so I actually don't know. I'm sure it was a key. I just don't know if it was the key, so to speak. I also love this cup. It was made for me. Um, Gosh, it is more stressful than I anticipated. And it's strange because I've moved so many times. You would think that I would have been prepared, but this is one where we're moving out of state. We're trying to understand things sight unseen, which is very difficult. The last time we did this, we moved from Connecticut to Long Island. And then the time before that was from Long Island to Connecticut, right? And when we came to Long Island from California, we just rented. So it wasn't, we knew we weren't buying something, we weren't going into any commitments. So now, Connecticut to Long Island, that was easy. I would go out, I would see the houses when I was at work because I worked on Long Island. And then I would drive home to Connecticut to the fam. We'd talk about the houses. If I liked the house enough, Matt and the boys would drive out and we would all go look at it, right? Now I'm trying to decide if I want to live in a house in Florida based off of a picture. And also, side note, should anybody watch this podcast and you work in real estate, could we make it common that y'all just include the floor plan? Because if I had a floor plan, I would have bought like 5 houses by now. I can almost guarantee that. Because a picture showing me a room doesn't tell me if it's got 97 hallways or not. It doesn't even really tell me how big the room is. But like if I can see a floor plan, I can see, well, this room is measured to this room, is measured to the size of this, and then it's down this hall. Like I can feel a lot more comfort in buying a house that I don't walk through. But I don't know why y'all don't include, like, I think that should just be the norm. Let's talk to somebody about that. I think it should just be the norm. Anyway, these podcasts are going to start getting interesting because I can go down complete and utter pathways that have nothing to do at the start of the conversation. And I can do that by myself. Imagine having conversations with other people. So, I don't know. It's very stressful. Then you add in the fact that it is not something that I'm built for, the look. So, and what I mean by that is I don't understand the picture. I find myself getting very overwhelmed, very frustrated when I'm looking at Zillow or Redken or what Redfin. Redken is the hairstyle. Okay. Anyway, so I find myself getting very overwhelmed very easily, and then I shut down. It's like I don't know what it is. Like this big wall goes up, and I can't handle it. So Matt is stuck doing all of that research. And so again, when we were living in Connecticut and we were looking on the Long Island, pardon me, or vice versa, it was very simple. He would look it up. I'd go walk it. Perfect. Easy, right? Can't do that. So now it's what frustrates me is without that floor plan, without something that keeps my eye engaged or focused, I don't know what the right word is, but I can't sit there and do that. So now all of that pressure is being put on Matt because I turn into like a bumble of nothing, and he's gonna go blind for God's sake. I don't know how many properties he's looked at, but I am confident that if we had $1 for every property he's looked at, we could buy a lot more houses. Like we could probably I'm pretty sure that'd be like $100,000. Like it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but he is like he wakes up, first thing he does, scrolls scrolls immediately. First thing he does, 6:30 a.m., scroll, 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 scroll. Does work on the house for 2 hours, stops, scroll, 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 scroll. Homeschools the boys, stops, scroll, 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 scroll. Works on something for the house, scroll, scroll, scroll. Dinner, scroll, scroll, scroll. Lays in bed to go to sleep, scroll, 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 scroll. Like he is, and he's looking at in 4 states. And the problem is, what we're starting to understand is that it is the inventory is completely depleted. Okay. So as soon as people are posting their houses, they're selling, they're gone. They're out of here. So if I can't immediately put down the offer that they want to see, I don't stand a chance in the world. And so these houses are selling up like this, and they're selling for a lot because of the fact that there's not a lot of inventory. Therefore, buyers are flooding the market, but sellers aren't, right? So that's why it's a seller's market, not a buyer's market, right? So if we were only selling and didn't need to buy, perfect. But since we still want to live somewhere, and my car is, while comfortable, not that comfortable for a family of 4, I'm thinking we should probably get something else. So I don't know. We are survivors. We have always found a way to make it work. We will continue to find a way to make it work. It's just a very stressful experience, and we are in a unique position that we've neither one of us have actually ever been in. With the way that we're going to sell this house. So I don't know. It's taking a lot to do it, and I just ultimately, I just really want to move. I just want to move. We originally wanted to be out of here by the second week of April. It looks like that's not possible based on some conversations that we had today with the real estate agents. That's fine. We'll readjust. We'll figure it out. But it's more physically and mentally wearing this time around than I think it has in the past. And quite honestly, it's because I'm not working, right? And so there's the stress of money not coming in the door. That obviously impacts whether or not we get a loan, a mortgage, et cetera, et cetera. So there's selling this house to find a way to make that work, and and it will. And I have nothing but faith in this house. I mean, it's a beautiful house. If I could just pick it up and take it with us, I would. So, um, and then yeah, not knowing which state we're going to end up in, it's a lot. I'm excited for any of the 4, but it's a lot. It's definitely a lot going on. So I don't know. That's my random thoughts. Random thoughts episode 2. So if you guys have any ideas, please email the Dear Dara email. That's smilearmydm@gmail.com. You can leave comments in the videos. But if anybody has some topics, questions, things that I can ramble on for 15 minutes, just let me know. I will say, I don't know that I would have gotten through the last year if it weren't for the Smile Army. So I know I said that in the last episode, but there's been a lot of ups and downs either way, both physically, mentally, et cetera. And I just, you guys have been there through all of it. And, one of the real estate agents today said, I can see how in sync you and your husband are. And that meant a lot to me because, blessed by the people I am surrounded with. There is no doubt, and you guys contribute to that without question. So, so thanks for hanging out for another 15 minutes, listening to me ramble. Hope I didn't bore you too much. Let me know. Let me know some topics. Let me know what you guys are thinking. As always, I hope your day is filled with happiness and smiles. If it's not, that's okay. There's always tomorrow. You let me know how I can help, and I will do everything in my power to try and help you smile. So enjoy. Have a happy Thursday, Friday Junior, and enjoy. Bye-bye.